Okay, welcome back to Let's Boldly Go. In this episode, we need to develop a plane that will allow us to land at two different locations and two different locations to take EVA reports and take a crew report. So, awesome. We have the plain liquid fuel fuselage, which, in addition to holding liquid fuel, has a much higher crash tolerance than the rocket tanks, which is always good. And so, one of those. I don't know if we just unlocked these or if we had these, but we've got structural fuselages, which are good just for spacing, because we don't need all of these full of fuel, because that's just extra weight and potentially extra money lost if this crashes. So we need... let's go ahead and strap a service bay on here just for kicks, if we ever want to include stuff like science. Because I imagine this plane we can use for a bit longer. And actually... yeah, let's just go ahead and make all of these fuel tanks, but then we can just fill them as need be. You see me lining up these features on here. That's purely just because I want stuff to line up like that. I always try and go for that. It's not going to make a big difference, but oh well. We finally got the folding landing gear, which is my favorite. Oh. Yeah, I noticed, I forgot I saved this with an underscore, because I do that in sandbox mode since there's all the, the stock planes show up in here, but I don't care about them. So I put my stuff with an underscore first, so they all show up on top. That's just habit. We're gonna need a ladder on here. We don't have the nice extending ladders, which is annoying, because those are very useful. But that looks terrible. What I'm hoping is that since we have the folding landing here, we can land, come to a stop, and then fold them in so we can just drop this onto the ground and hopefully be able to climb up a ladder. Cram these on here. It's gonna look ugly as they're gonna look so ugly, but oh well. Hopefully Valentina's gonna be able to grab these. Definitely want to test that before launch. The ladders can be a hassle, especially if you're going around a surface like this. It's surprisingly good at having the Kerbals climb properly, but not always. And you'll notice the climbing surface on here lines up with this, not with the steps. I think, I might be wrong, but that's how I remember it. Anyway, we can go ahead and stick wings in here. See, we've got more parts now. And you know what? We are not using this cockpit anyway, because I'm using the inline cockpit, since we have this nice stack intake that looks stupid, doesn't really make sense going right in front of the cockpit like that, but it's better than these dumb radial scoots. Like, I don't know statistically if they're better, but in my opinion they're better, like, just because I don't like having these jutting out of the sides so much. You can worry about that later. So, there, we've got that. Okay, so we don't need this fuel, but we do need wings. Okay, so we've got some of the cool spaceplane wings now, which are a bit easier to work with, but I do still like the Swift wing very much. Well, this has to be practical. It doesn't have to be pretty. Okay, so we need that, we need that. So this will be the elevator. This can be the aileron, because you can actually, I'm going to have them separate now. And you know what? Yeah, let's push this to the back. And then use, actually no, let's take this off. Put this on here. We're going to have a very, very large lift surface on here. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be incredibly stable, theoretically. But first off, need to rotate this so that it doesn't interfere with the wings. Because what's happening here is this is going up here, and it's going to look sick. I'm a real stickler for lining up these wings just right, because there's a system and it didn't mirror it for some reason. That happens a lot and it's really annoying. Also, these don't quite overlap properly, but oh well. And we can go ahead and slap on a third lifting surface here. And what I'm going to do is, this one is pitch, this one is roll, and this one is both. So that they will do what we need them to do when we want them to do that. When we want things. You know what I'm trying to say here. And now... No, we don't need that. Do we not? We don't have the cool canards yet. But I kind of want and need something up here. Okay, you know what? Just for the sake of things fitting well, I'm going to put this on here. What this is it is a combined intake. Does this one have a pre-cooler on it? I don't remember. No. Okay, this is not what I'm thinking of. See, this is just an intake, but it'll allow us to put a canard on the front, which canards make everything better. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I actually want this a little bit more forward. And put that in some just to look better. Because I also Need to slide these forward to help balance out center lift a little better. And we need what do you call them? Rudders. What time did this start? I'm gonna spend this whole episode just building a plane, aren't I? Oh, well, this one is probably gonna run late to actually show the contract too. Hopefully that's okay with you guys. Put one of those on there. And do I want what? What do I want to do? Do I have any? No, not that. Could do that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Does that look stupid or does that look good? The point is, it'll be stable. Like so stable that we won't even know what we're dealing with. Okay, and that is not centered. Yeah, I could actually, I want to be really weird with this, I could slap one of these on here. Now that'd be interesting. Just lose this entirely. Yeah, how about that? That's nifty, I guess. Try it out, I guess. Just make sure everything is allocated correctly. So you got pitch, roll, pitch. Still need landing gear. You know what I could do here, and what I am gonna do here is, yeah, okay. We can set these, because you can set any control surface now to, oh wait, no. Right, we haven't upgraded the hangar yet, so I can't do what I was about to say I was going to do. And also we're pushing our part limits, so I might want to upgrade this anyway. Yeah, we really should invest in a new runway and a new hangar. But I need to make sure we have enough money for these other contracts. So yeah, we're just going to push it with what we've got. What I wanted to do was set, there's a way to bind these to the brakes, so that when I activate the brakes, these will fold in, like they'll both fold towards the middle, or they'll go outwards if I want them to. But they'll counteract each other, and then just act as air brakes to slow down the spacecraft. And probably put that there, because that intake would be blocking the view otherwise. Yeah. Okay, and need to actually put the gear on here. Okay, how do I want to do this? New plan. Swap these around. There. Dang it. Can't see this area. What's going on here? Why can't I? They just don't go out anymore? Okay. That's interesting. Fine, do it that way. Now, this makes more sense. Put one here. Perfect. And two somewhere in the back. Actually, I might have been wrong about this anyway. Okay. Where's the left? Okay. Wait, no, I want these down. Okay. That's not good. Okay, because the problem here is I don't want to just put the gear like on here, because then we'll have a very narrow wheelbase and this is going to want to tip side to side. So I am anyway going to have to do what I wanted to avoid and put two landing gear in the front. Like, I didn't want to do it just because I think it looks weird, but oh well, that's the way it has to be, I guess. Okay, so yeah, that's a bit better. Are you ready to go? Go ahead and do that just so we have a consistent center mass. And this is heavier, so I don't know how much fuel we're going to need because we still just have the one engine. Okay, this episode might have gone on too long, and it's just construction, which, if you guys like that, then okay. If you don't, then okay. Like, it would help if you guys let me know, like, do you want to see me build stuff, or do you want me to just cut to actual launches? Because, I don't know, I personally like watching the build process, but I know a lot of people don't really care for that sort of thing. So just let me know. Out of curiosity, I'm just going to see what this looks like if I put one of these here too. That's too much. Also because our part limit is 30 parts right now, which we just happened to hit. So this will work. Okay, but yeah, I need to check the length of this episode, so 1 second. Okay, so we're only at like 18 something minutes. So I will, because I want to test this, like do a test flight of this anyway, so we can do that, and then end the episode. Yeah. Man, I'm getting a lot of calls today. Oh my god. Yeah, landing this, we might snap this engine off too. That'll be interesting to see. Also, I forgot to configure the brakes on the steering wheels on the landing gear, which these can't actually steer. Also, they have lights built into them, which is why they're my favorite landing gears. And if we're might, no, okay, these will generate electricity. So yeah, test the control surfaces. Because front, like, I'm kind of hesitant about using this fin here, because there's a similar part that's actually meant to be a canard, and it deflects less, because this might be overkill. Especially because all these other surfaces are very small, low deflection sort of things. Okay, I think we are good for test, and throttle up. Brakes off. Yeah, this runway sucks. I am definitely gonna upgrade it. Okay, takeoff at 50 meters per second. That is very good. This large wing definitely doing its job. Yes, yeah. Okay, max throttle. Let's see what our cruising speed will end up being. So it's, yeah, whatever. It's going to be pretty much the same as the last one. So 15 Gs, 10 Gs, that would probably kill and or knock out a normal pilot. But Kerbals are not human beings, and they play by different rules. What's more surprising is that these wings didn't snap off, because if I had FAR, the big aerodynamics mod, those wings would have broken off immediately. But we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, once we get the high power jet engine, I'm going to show off a very interesting feature, you could call it, when you have a very maneuverable high power jet. Interesting things can be done with it. So yeah, gear down, lights on, good for approach. Oh, I forgot I have this mod, which adds a heads-up display nav ball looking thing. Very handy for landing, because you can get a better estimate of your approach. Throttle up a bit because we're still a ways out. You see it at low speeds, this is wanting to pitch down way more. So you gotta be careful to hang on to some of our speed. I don't know why this time warp message keeps popping up when I hit X, because it shouldn't be bound to anything. I don't know what it's trying to tell me there. I think it might be related to one of my mods. So yeah, the lights help judge landing, especially at nighttime. That was a very nice landing. As long as we stay on the runway. But yeah, I forgot to do the stuff with the brakes, but didn't matter. That was a very successful test. What do you think, Valentino? Is that good? You ready to do it for real on the next episode of Let's Boldly Go? Because that's what's happening. I will see you then. See you next time. Go ahead and recover this. I don't know if you guys want to see, because we didn't really get anything out of it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade this runway because it's embarrassing. Now it's actually paved. Okay, for real. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.